Jeszcze ten, ale... Seryjnie, ej, to zadanie jest tak długie, straszliwie, że masakra. Co to zrobić, bo... Nasze marzenia przecież nas wielą co
Cost has already proven himself an enemy of solace. Whatever you choose to do with him after we stop him is fine with me. The sluice gates are just ahead. Cost is probably already there. Let's move. Lava's rising. We have to stop this now.
Good, you're here.
Mogę.
Help me destroy this witch. We can't
O,
risk someone turning
hej
and opening the
Metinacz.
gates.
Widzę, że szybko się zjawiliście.
If the keep falls so that we might live.
Jak teraz tego nie skończę dzisiaj, to już nie wiem kiedy. Bo już trochę zależy, by tę grę zakończyć.
I'm astonished. Of course, I wondered if I'd see you again, but I thought it might be at the tip of your blade.
Bo ja już naprawdę...
Oh, I prefer to think we did this
Ale
for
tylko mówię.
ourselves. Safe travels to the
A,
garden.
masakra. A jeszcze no...
I suspect you're the only one
Kurde,
aside from Nandor.
Ronina też bym zagrał. Rise of the Ronin. No, to też jest fajnie. Zobaczymy. Później. Zobacz. A, jest achievement.
No! My best chance!
It's done. Solace is safe.
Już?
Thank the gods.
Did you see me, Marius?
Szybko poszło. Weekend. Ty. Ja, panie. Oligarcha będziesz, no. Czekaj, tak? Nie no, to jest i tak lepszy. 26 to można wyciepać. Można wyciepać. Come on. 10. Myślę, że to jest lepsze i tak. Dobra. No i jedziemy dalej. O. po drabinie. Tylko muszę ogarnąć formę. Muszę mieć... Aha. Serio? Tak? Dobra.
We deserve a parade, but I'll settle for a drink on the house.
Dobra. I teraz... Aha. Musimy iść teraz tu.
No, sir. We have waited so long.
Wejdź do ogrodu. Kurde, kontynuować.
I feel crazy saying this, but Kostya was right. We should have let Solace keep fall.
Crazy's one word for it. You really think you can just burn down someone's ancestral home?
Dearie, the key
Już jest
is that
zniesiony, ja.
it's a prison. And now the Bargunin will never escape.
Solace is my home. I still don't get why any of you feel like you have a say in this.
But you
Dobra.
Because I chose to. Kostya doesn't get to make that decision for everybody.
If Kostya doesn't, Mikhaila will.
No spoko. Coś się wymyśli.
Civilization, as we know it, hasn't existed in the living lands for very long.
A no,
We need to preserve
rowerek,
what
wiesz,
history we
rowerek,
have.
rowerek. Mi znieśli ze strychu
You
i,
know I hate to think of losing all of our
i
history more than
kurde,
anything.
teraz no,
But think of what they could have gained.
bo byłem na badaniach, muszę trochę bo mam cholesterolowe wyniki złe, nie wiem, w rodzinie to zostaje, bo wszyscy tak mamy,
You
ale
really think everyone in
trzeba
Solace
coś,
is
już
there really?
ten wiek nadchodzi, kurde.
If anything, I imagine Mikhaila and her traditionalists will only make it
Ale i
harder
tak
to
jeszcze nie
leave
jest.
now.
Ale taki wiek.
You know your own mind.
To jest
Something to
genetyczne.
be said for that.
Akurat to odziedziczyłem też, jak wszyscy, masakra.
We can only hope for better decisions.
I muszę ten, żeby się nie...
And that's not all.
Wiesz...
Not to spoil the moment with good news, but I doubt the rest of the island is
to
while we've been
zrobić.
looking for the garden. Things have only gotten more tense since Fjord, and the Steel Garrote probably hasn't been doing us any favors on that front.
Especially when they're led by a woman who doesn't seem interested in staying dead. Not to mention, after we take care of the Envoy's little god problem, we'll still have an empire bearing down on us.
Who knew an archmage could be so relatable?
No,
Can't say I'm
także
too
ten...
excited about just walking into the
Ja nic
garden.
nie dzieje,
I
wiesz,
grew up learning
także...
I needed to protect that place.
No, muszę...
Never felt like more than a children's
Ja jeszcze
tale.
chcę iść i tak dzisiaj... Cały do żabki, muszę doładowanie do Netflixa załatwić. Teraz się skończy i
Am I the
będzie, że...
only one who's looking forward to the garden? We're pioneers, stepping into the great unknown, a land of mystery.
We have to remember to love them in spite of their lack of proper enthusiasm, dearie.
That's the spirit. And funny you should mention it. I have a theory about the garden. Or a warning, depending on how you want to look at it. Sapadal has been imprisoned a long time. The garden will be a reflection of their dreams, their nightmares, their madness.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw visions or hallucinations, and not even the fun kind.
About that, before we go any further, I have to ask you something.
Aha,
You
no
told the
widzisz, że
Inquisitor
my
that you intend to free Sapadal.
mamy, no. Chociaż ciebie to w ogóle by było stać, bo ty jak masz tyle kasy, to
You're not the only one.
mówię.
Sapadal is responsible for the spiritual health of
To zależy jaki chcesz pakiet, wiesz.
No matter what the Inquisitor
Jest
said,
chyba od
I don't
37
believe
do
there's a right or wrong
67
choice to make here.
w tych
Just
granicach.
the one you believe in.
Zależy co chcesz. Ja bym musiał
Putting an
zobaczyć,
end to Sapadal's
bo już
imprisonment
nawet nie
one way
pamiętam.
or
Wiem,
another.
że ja płacę ten najdroższy, bo
We're
jest
stepping into
UHD
a realm
i
that
jest
is
na
both physical
3
and
urządzenia, czy
spiritual
tam
in
ten,
nature,
a więcej urządzeń.
if you can call it nature. There's no telling how long we'll be gone. For all we know, time could run backwards in the garden.
Not a chance. We're a crew now, so you're stuck with me until the end. Marius?
I told you I'd be with you till the end. I don't go back on my promises. What about you, Giada?
You're not going into the garden without me.
Jak to nie?
I have to see this with my own eyes. Yatsli, if you feel like running back to Quilici, now would be the time. No one would think less of you.
And tell Quilici that I missed out on the most
Okay.
exciting part.
And you don't have to. We pull together, and that's plenty.
I plan on wandering the garden whether I'm traveling with you or not. I have to find out what the big deal is.
Agreed. I'm not waiting in camp while the rest of you have all the fun. Hope to see you out there, Marius.
No wiesz, no.
Well, let's go then. We can't keep your god waiting.
Ojej.
That meeting of the Solace Council did not go as planned.
It was a whole...
A. Dobra. No wiesz. A. Wait. Ja też wiem. Czemu tak uważam? No przecież z Metina zarabiasz,
Looks like a dead end.
nie? Przecież z Metka zarabiasz dużo. Przecież kurde. Z Metina masz zarobki. No. To było. Więc gdzie?
Oh, I stand corrected.
Serio? Myślałem, że to jest takie dochodowe. Słuchaj. Aha. Wpadłem. A. Chyba myślałem, że to jest takie dochodowe, bo ty tak gadasz, że to tyle zarobiłeś na tym tego i to i tamto. A ty gadasz, że nie masz kasy. To takie dziwne teraz. Raz gadasz ten, a potem nie za bardzo rozumiem.
Looks like a dead end.
Jak to w końcu jest?
Oh, I stand corrected.
O. I to co ja mam? Jak tu mam skakać teraz? Nie będę się niczym chwalił. No. Dobrze, no. Ale mówię tylko. O Boże.
Looks like a dead end.
Tyk.
Oh, I stand corrected.
A ty to chyba, że to jest... Aha. Kurde, jak to zrobić? Chyba wiem. Ale gdzie teraz? Czekaj ta. Ale to wstępy, ale damy radę jakoś. Ale przynajmniej w końcu mi się...
Wonder if Yahtzee brought our ladder.
A?
That's convenient.
No właśnie. No i to Polska walczyła. Z tego co widać tu jeszcze jest. No właśnie. Okej. Dobra, mamy to. I oto Polska walczyła. Dobra. Teraz jak? Jakoby tu Kaś. Chodźcie, kaman.
Oh no, you don't.
I... Ale mamy jakieś te postaci, coś tu jest, umiejętności jakoś raz. Aktywność. Magę. Łowca. Towarzysze. Wojownik. Łowca, mag, łowca. Wojownik.
To your left.
That was a close one.
O, świetnie.
Coming in hot.
Okej. Teraz?
Don't see a better way down. You first. I'll be right.
Aha, i teraz musimy... 89, ale to jest lepsze. Wiesz,
Be right behind you.
hop.
Don't look down.
I see the disciple has found his way into the cell.
No. We know this voice, this presence, sneering at us through our prison bars.
I culled your rot from this land before. I will do it again.
O Jezus.
And is. You carve lands into petty fiefdoms, but we are the gods of all Aora. Did you think only your parasite could whisper in your ear? All of Aora is imperiled. Now, I will not waste my time.
Out! Her voice pierces our skin.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your parasite's worst instincts. Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with? And yet you choose to stay. Do you think you're special with your god's thorn in your
Chyba na
side?
jutro.
Do you believe you can hold dominion over chaos itself? When even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature to this wasteland.
No i tak jest deszczowo.
I have merely told you truth that does not suit you.
O,
It is true. She twists the knife. The seas run red with memory.
In time,
bo
the
ty
gods
co
felt
miałem
the wretched
głową
powers
mieć.
seeping through the slime.
Aha! No widzisz.
Its madness would consume
Jak
all
masz DC,
that
to
was not
te, to
contained.
spoko, no. Jakbyś kurde kiedy co, to... No tam na serwerze jest, możesz wejść.
It must be scourged.
Bo tam jest serwerowe.
A pity that its followers could not be
Będzie
reasonable.
spoko. Mhm.
Of course I do. The poor godless, worshipping the very
O Boże.
consumed. We could not excise the rot and spare the roots that nourished it. There was none. Utmost chaos calls for unwavering rebuke. I see what you're implying. I will
Chcę szybko skończyć.
Why does our prison not protect us? Help us!
No
Silence
mojego,
her.
jak coś.
listen to its tantrum. It knows neither order nor sense. Adir is the only thing holding back
Lecimy,
the tide of
lecimy.
entropy.
Teraz to ja to muszę zakończyć. To już jest
The
chyba
answer
nawet
is
komunikat o
obvious to those with
zakończeniu.
the courage to accept it.
Jakby nie było ten, to bym to
You are
nawet i
here
wczoraj
now.
ostatnio
There's
skończył,
still
ale
time to
dobra.
succeed where Ludwig failed. Face your false god and end its reign of terror permanently. Very well. I cannot force a child to bend to my will. But I will not stand by and watch you undo my work. You should have thought more carefully before you broke your oath to the Empire. Let this be a lesson to you.
Będzie jakiś boss,
Never understood Wodika's appeal. Still don't.
ale chyba jeszcze nie teraz.
From now on, I pray to no god.
Jakieś tu zejście. Będę.
Here we go!
We've got company.
Jezu. Jezu.
Another win, but who's counting?
Zwycięstwo to... Dobra, to dalej. Super. Jedenaście. 23 wyżej. A tam może. Rumbol jas. Zejść czy nie? Prawdopodobnie w dół.
Look at that thing move.
Ale co, no masz serwer, nie? Na Discordzie. Albo wpis w Karlik Gaming i mnie znajdziesz. Wejdź do mnie na serwer po prostu. Do nas. Letiniarz. Masz w opisie. Na dole. Dobra.
On your right.
Dobra, teraz o, jesteś, widzę. Dobra, dotarłeś, bo widzę, że znalazłeś, bo widzę, czekaj. Nowe twarze. Role, bo ci to automatu wrzuciło. Streamer, youtuber, damy ci gracza. Dobra, damy ci gracza i chłopaka ci damy. Dobra, i jeszcze do tego profil. Dodaj, nie wiem. Masz. Proszę bardzo. Dobra. Już zrobione.
What is that? I know that place, right? Oh no. No. Why is this? Gods. I can't. What's happening here?
This is the moment I found you, bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Viate. You're not here. You can't be here.
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here. I can't be that.
Moment. Jedną rzecz muszę zobaczyć. No właśnie, i muszę coś popatrzeć, czy ty masz... O, w kwietniu serwer zrobiłem, konto założyłeś. Dobrze. Jest. No, proszę bardzo. Już wszystko masz.
I know that
Wszystko jest. A, jak widzisz, nawet widzisz, że to ja. Po banerze, po wszystkim. To moje konto. Target Game. Już wszystko dodałem, proszę bardzo. Bo jesteś graczem, bo grasz Medina, jesteś chłopak, bo jesteś chłopak, no. A Japanholik to jest ogólna rola.
What kind of blessed brain scramble is this? No, Envoy. I don't know much about this place, but I know this is where I need to be. I remember this. Dukte Dragu, if you think... No, I don't want this.
Right. Okay, Viate. Let's get the flogging and screaming over with. I'm not here to punish you, Nimdut. Sure, I'm dead and gone, but not because of you. I died from the Dream Scourge. Got it on patrol outside the keep. Nothing anyone could do. Sapadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very well, but not the people next to them.
I can't do this, Ianku. I forgot this for a reason.
And that's why you're here, Nimdut. You can't face a god with piles of Saka in your soul. Even when we were children, you kept me alive, first by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live.
You kept everything a secret from me. All that time. A best friend doesn't do that. Well, in this case, you were wrong.
I agree. So sorry, Viate. We should have trusted you to handle this in your way.
So, what do we do now? What? Worse than Ianku's tragic death?
I can't say I loved that part most.
I don't know. I can't. It's too much. Not this and everything else too. It's too blessed much.
I understand that, Viate. I really do. I doubt it. I plan to haunt him forever.
Oh, good. Here's my friend, the Nimdut ghost. Don't worry, he's harmless. As long as you don't engage him in conversation.
Get out of here. Hike up your waistline and go talk to a god. They'll be waiting.
I'll be waiting.
Well, it was
Okay.
good to see you, Viate. Even with all
Take care of my little friend, Envoy. He needs you more than himself.
this. You okay?
Come on!
Wow.
Good shooting, Kai.
Stay on your toes.
envoy.
You won't get through this! I'll fix it.
Jezus Maria.
Don't you die on me!
O, jakim cudem? Przecież go kurde pokonałem. No pełne życie przecież. Kurde. Jak? Szybko wyszło trochę. Dobra, ja se idę. Na razie. Czemu to się nie chce wyłączyć? Tak, dobra. Dajcie mi sekundę. Cicho. Nikaj, dobra, to nie da na razie takim. Tak? To nie da na razie Nikaj. To nie idealnie. Ale to pies.
We make a good squad.
No one was left to clean up the battlefield. Now it's just a time forgotten room.
Nie. No, nie mogę. W trakcie tej walki muszę zobaczyć.
Right flank!
Nie mogę tego użyć. Kurwa. Jak cudem oni mnie tak zabijają? Ja nie rozumiem tego. Ale jak? Przecież leczać się. Kurzą mnie to zaraz. Mnie trochę już kurzą teraz. Przecież kurde pełne życie jest, a... Nie rozumiem.
No one was left to clean up the battlefield. Now it's just
Mi się tu zapisało. Ale nie rozumiem dlaczego on... No pierwsze, kupię. Robi, że zbiorę generację życia. Chyba. O! Jezus Maria, jaki on ma damage. Uwaga! Jezu, jaki damage.
Not bad for a scholar.
Jaki to robiło damage. Sakra. A, czyli dalej, czy nie mogę przejść? Dlaczego nie mogę? Powinno się dać. Chyba, że...
Defenses up! Come on! Come on!
No, to jest tylko życie. Co dalej, co dalej? Kurde. Wystarczających ziemi, muszę coś sprawdzić. Było szybciej, bo seria już powoli. Kurde. Proszę dajcie skończyć. Żyjących ziem, no. Właśnie, i co to trzeba zrobić? Z lewej strony blisko końców, a drugi jest na prawo od łańcuchów. Po lewej stronie blisko łańcuchów. Ale to nawet nie pokażecie mi, kurde. Ale to jest tak. Chyba tu, jakoś tak pod tym. Nie umiem tego zrozumieć. No, pierwszy jest na prawo. Chyba to pokazuje. Nie. Chujowo pokazuje, to trzeba przyznać. Nawet nie pomoże. Żyjących ziem. Może tutaj bardziej mi to będzie pokazane jakoś tam coś. Moment, bo teraz muszę wpatrzeć. Kurde. Tutaj tak. No, może tutaj. Gdzie tędy? Aha.
I wonder what this is doing here.
Jest tak głupi.
You seeing this too?
Zaczęło po prostu iść.
This can't be.
A ten jest tak głupi. Oko, no właśnie chcę ją skończyć dzisiaj. Wiesz, Tomek? Witaj.
This is cruel. Let's find your god, envoy.
Chcę to dzisiaj ukończyć. Bynajmniej tą grę. Mieć pokój. Już zależy trochę na tym.
Ready? Aim.
Weź tą jedną broń. Trochę zależy, żeby to skończyć, jeśli nie, to tak trochę.
Who's ready for more?
No, jest really tutaj. Dobra. Teraz tu już tak naprawdę chciałbym
Incredible.
I should have brought my sketchbook.
tam można powiedzieć, że to opisane w ogóle. Było źle opisane w ogóle. Musimy się bić.
That was a close one.
O Boże, dobra, udało się wreszcie. Tędy. No patrz, teraz. Jak to zrobić? Kurde, czemu ty mi z tego zjeżdżasz? No ale dlaczego się tak dzieje? Nie wiem. Że po tym skokał. Może to jakoś było. Było to. I to. Ciągle cię bić. Tak powiedziawszy. O kurde. Gorzej. Gorzej wyczuć, jak z tego zleci. No. Ale ważne, że żyje. Ale... O Boże. Cholera, biedas.
Sabadell's prison. What else could it be? Time to shut it down. Down forever.
Let's look around. There's got to be a mechanism somewhere around here.
Tą grę można oszukiwać. To nie mogło się w trybie walki. Pomagamy klucze. Łatwo to było pieniądze zrobić. Jednak musimy się tu pobawić. No chodź. Trzeba się stronę. Jest czas się stronę zmierzyć. Kogo?
Nothing like a win with a good team.
To zachodziło.
Careful with that thing. It's a mind of its own. I'm rooting for the skeletons. Let's finish this.
Nie. Prędzej tu. Tutaj chyba. Dobra, ciężko. A, tylko tyle, że on nie żyje, dobra. Wreszcie. Jest.
Back in the fight.
That's done? Who's hungry?
Ależ... Boże.
What do you think happens if we die in the garden?
On było ich dwóch.
Nice of someone to mark that spot for us.
Dobra.
That's it. The heart of the garden.
To stąd było dwóch. Które nie to...
Sabadell's cage.
O Jezus. O. A. Mhm.
You have come at last, after so long. You are so small, we questioned if you were real. Then steps, a voice, through armies and corrupted soil. You persevered. Now, you are here. It is real enough to hold us, a fortress, and nightmare. We were innocent ones. We woke, and we wanted nothing but connection. But the other gods imprisoned us, left us to suffer alone in this place. But you are here now. You found us, a sprout in the endless winter. There is little time. We would be freed from these bonds. The strangler is close now. We feel her wire against our flesh. Death in a line. They defile the city on the shore. We blink, days pass. The people's cries ring in our ears. She pierces us now. Now we will not brook this. Not again. A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. Time flows into itself. You can reach her. Will the garden to open. It will... take you there. A wellspring of power. We strain, but we could clear the way. We were everything. What have we lost? What multitudes could we contain? We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills. We want nothing more. grow. Was that what you taught us? We search our memories. You met death and imposed the law of mortals. We must bring the same. Look what they did to this land. You showed us that there is a time for punishment. Let us have our justice, our vengeance. But you would accept the risk of so many dying in a city that time will forget? We deserve more than this prison. Let us have a chance to rest. We want peace. Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear? Yes, we have seen what you do to those you call monsters. We asked what you would do with an animal that sickened after a fight. Do you remember what you said? Yes, we long for this too. The time has come for you to act. End our pain, and the dream scourge will cease. Give us peace. It is all we have wanted for so long. So be it. It has been so long. Our leaves curl and brown. Despair bleeds through the land. End it. Silence. Stillness. We are done. Unsown. Peace.
Ja pierdolę. Dudic. Wow. O, w dupę.
Andra's depths.
It's paradise. But what happened here?
Gods, I can't believe it.
Jeez.
We should get down there quickly. Make sure we don't miss any of the fun.
Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
That must have taken an incredible power. beyond all mortal understanding. How do you feel? Glad it's not just me. Unfortunately, we don't have time to recuperate. Whatever happened back there, it appears our work isn't finished yet.
Ah, are you seeing this? I don't think parodies look like this when we left it.
Looks like the war already started, and the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't usually get that big this quickly, do they?
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
For once, I wish I wasn't. Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of time? Assuming there's even a difference.
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you strange dreams that feel like an eternity.
Look at this place. Feels like we're still in the dream. And not just us.
Jest
Those
ostatnia.
are more your people's ships in the harbor.
To jest
Steel
ostatnia
Grove
misja
past the
już.
barricades. That can't be good.
Even Raingrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an Archmage in action.
I think I see Elia as well. What a strange reunion this will be.
The Blessed Day Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
If he didn't start this himself.
The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with or without us.
Before we go, what happened back there with the Dream Scourge and Sabado?
Glad the Dream Scourge is over, but I can't help but think killing a god will have consequences.
I'm sure it wasn't easy. But I think that's for the best, Envoy.
I can't believe Sabadal is gone. For better or worse, the spiritual health of the living lands depended on them. What now?
We took out the Dream Scourge and Sabadal in one fell swoop. Quite impressive, really.
You've saved the soul of the living lands. Now the survivors fight over its bones. We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm is brewing down there.
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
Czekajcie, no. Rozumiem, ale widać, że jest trudna ta ostatnia misja. Czy ona się chyba teraz zaczęła? Się zadanie zmieniło. Pierwsze to tak. No postać i na pewno sobie w coś musimy wpakować i nie wiem w co. Potęgę sobie weźmiemy, damy. Tutaj nie wiem, ale ładujemy. Bohaterskie to tam. Nie wiem, ile ja mogę tego pakować, ale widzę, że jeszcze mogę zwinąć mocne. To bardzo dobrze. Super. I super. Mocy są rozwinięte. Już jest koniec.
Everything you're
Zaraz jest koniec chyba gry.
Envoy? Is it really you?
Już do obiadu bym to chciał skończyć.
Mihala told us you went into some place called the Garden to seek a god?
When you didn't return, we took you for dead.
Did you meet your god there? The one whose marks you bear?
It's too preposterous to believe. How could a plague be ended by speaking with a god?
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak. It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
Finally, a ray of sunlight shines through the storm cloud.
I will not grovel at the envoy's feet for solving a plague I am not convinced was real.
Consider yourself blessed to be so ignorant, then. Thirdborn lost more good people than wardens with wits.
You know nothing of me or my people, you fucking pirate!
Warden Commander, look around you. Is this really the time?
Giata nearly had me convinced the Dream Scourge was some infection of essence. How could you stop such a thing, Envoy?
Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen.
Yes, you said that. Are we supposed to just take you at your word?
It was Ludwine who called for the attack.
Czyli
She
wyrobimy się, moi, wyrobimy się, kurde.
After you beat her to the garden.
Wyrobimy się, ludzie! Wyrobimy się, kurde, raczej z tym dość gadań, dość tego co dalej.
Thirdborn still suffers from the Dream
Wyrobimy się,
Scourge.
myślę.
Though you may have ended the plague, Envoy,
Miałem to do
many
obiadu
in Shadowscarp
skończyć.
still are not
Już
themselves. I could bring no more than a handful when we heard.
ogarnięty.
Likewise, my wardens are still reeling from effects of the eruption. The keep was saved, but there is much to repair, particularly if we are to endure a siege. Most of my men remain at the keep. I can't risk them against the Steel Garrote for the sake of Paradise, not when we are so few.
Termina my skończyli.
The lawful settlement of a new Adirian colony, supposedly. Or the establishment of a Wodican state. She could win with a godlike in her ranks. Your presence would serve as a powerful endorsement. Somewhere inside that hollow head of hers, I believe she always hoped she'd turn you to her side. Remember, she has an obligation to Wodica, a solemn oath. And neither the Steel Garrote nor the queen that was look kindly upon oathbreakers.
Because a victory here would discourage resistance elsewhere. The better question is, why didn't you stop her?
Excuse me? She's a 7-foot-tall skeleton powered by her devotion to the goddess of retribution. This isn't my fault.
Sure. Just blame the dead woman. Very mature.
Who else should I blame exactly? Our envoy, perhaps? For not stopping Ludwine in the tusks?
You could start with blaming your own incompetence. Why are you treating him with kid gloves when Paradise cries out for help?
Enough. I've heard your concerns. We cannot change it now.
The Inquisitor was so convinced the Living Lands would unite against Adia that she's nearly made it true. One people, one law, one true God. That's Ludwine's vision for the Living Lands.
What passes between Ludwine and her men, or between Ludwine and the Emperor, for that matter, is not my affair. But if I had to guess, this was the alternative. Ludwine agrees. Our success would model the order and dignity of the Steel Garrote, for whatever that's worth.
You think I'll ignore what I've seen with my own eyes? The Empire has brought us nothing but chaos and suffering.
Careful, Envoy. Adir may still have a part to play, but don't let loyalty blind you.
O kurde. 4 na 11. O, ty.
I can't wait to see how you weasel out of this one.
I know it will. We are leading by example, returning order and dignity to Paradise in the wake of the Clavager's death. We will do the same to the frontier, given the chance.
Where was order and dignity when you burned Fior Messivernal?
My administration had nothing to do with that, as I know you know. Adiran rule and rule by the Steel Garrote would be markedly different beasts.
Spoken like a fucking diplomat. Splitting hairs when it all comes from the same head.
Order and dignity. That's what you think we're missing? Bastards, all of you.
Isn't Paradise, its port, its trade, enough for you?
The Inquisitor answers only to Wodica. And attacking
Zaraz
Paradise
będzie
has
koniec.
dragged us all far beyond the
Smutki
bounds of the
przynajmniej.
Emperor's desires.
O.
I've answered your questions. Now I would like you, all of you, to answer mine. Ludwig has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements swiftly in response. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room?
Ah, here we go. This is the conversation you meant to force all along.
I understand your frustration, but please, hear me out. Before you face Ludwig, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide, together. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adir will come. Indeed, we are already here.
O Boże.
Oh, Envoy, no. Do not suggest that lightly. Think of the Emperor. There would be reprisals. Ones which this conclave could not survive, fractured as you are. Not unless you came together and formed a nation of your own. It would be difficult. No, impossible. I'm certain you would fail. Think of your people, all of you. Think of the lives at stake.
We deserve our autonomy, even if we must fight for it. Anything less would be surrender.
Fleeing someone else's laws and authority is one thing, setting up your own is another. We're an island of misfits and dissidents. We'll still have to surrender some of our autonomy, and we won't agree on what that means overnight. We'll be vulnerable. Without allies, other powers will see us as ripe for the picking. Know that this is a hard road to walk.
We were fine before Adir came. We'll be fine when they're gone.
I think we ran things perfectly fine before your kin got here.
Though I'm hardly eager to work with any of you. I like the idea of twisting beneath Adir's boot heel, even less. But the Wardens cannot continue their vigil without water. If the others would fix our aqueduct, we're in.
Thirdborn alone couldn't stand against the storm. But the might of all of us, together, we could deter any but the most fearsome adversaries. And that's what cannons are for.
My people rely on the sufferance of those in Paradise for safety. We have no homes of our own anymore. And Paradise will bear the brunt of the Emperor's reprisals, whatever those may be. But if this is what this conclave wants, then Fior will stand beside you.
Of course.
Excellent question.
You have seen more of this land, and met more of its people than any of us. Your opinion is informed. You were empowered by the Emperor himself to investigate an impossible problem. And against the odds, you solved it. And as far as we know, you are the last godlike in the world. And the favored child of a mysterious god. And in our dealings together, I found you to be a person of substance and conviction. But mostly, it's because you're Adiran, so I trust you. And these fine people here are going to do whatever they like if they don't agree with you anyway. The Living Lands would retain its own laws under a grave appointed
Długie
by
te
the
dialogi.
The grave would be expected to promote and develop the living lands to our mutual benefit. They would divide the island into administrative districts and see them governed by mayors appointed from the local communities. The island would provide tribute in the form of resources and taxes, and in times of war, soldiers. The Empire, I should note, is nearly always at war. In return, the living lands would enter Adia's sphere of influence, and should outside nations attempt to invade, we would come to the Grave Room's aid.
We give up our fighters and the wealth of our lands, and get promises in return. Can you wield a promise, envoy? Can you drink it like clean water? Can you see it when you open both eyes wide?
A grave room wouldn't be my first choice, but we're going to need a hand with all the dream thralls left in Shatterscarp. So if the Emperor's willing to pitch in, then I guess so am I.
If a grave room will put an end to the fighting and allow my people to remain safely in Paradise, I suppose this is an arrangement I could accept.
Tribute, he says. Taxes. Soldiers. The Empire has tried it all before. Look to the Eastern Reach if you don't believe me. They want to bleed us dry, to fill their coffers and fight their wars, to break us like wild animals. But I will not bend.
It's still a gamble, but I think it's the safest bet. We get the benefits of Imperial trade and protection without losing all of what makes this place special. There's no way of knowing what it would mean in another generation or two. But right now, it gives us the security and stability to recover.
We were fine before Adir showed up, and we'll be fine when they're gone. Trust the lands and her people, envoy.
If we give Adir power over us, we can't be surprised if they decide to flex it later.
Naturally, that would be the Emperor's decision. But I suspect he would choose you. Only the strong survive the frontier. I used to believe that was Ludwig. But you were born to rule here. Quite literally. Come now. You didn't get this far on heritage alone. Of course.
You can't be serious. You'd stand with the Steel Garrote.
No. Don't tell me you're bending the knee to the ones who burned my city.
Don't do this. I followed you to the ends of this world. We all did. But I won't follow you here.
No. If you do this, you better say goodbye, envoy. I won't help you sell out my home to that Korba.
I thought you were smarter than this, envoy.
The wardens would sooner die than kneel before
Jeszcze się zlękł. Halo,
Pierdolę.
halo, jestem.
Mnie takie coś wkurwia.
Jezu.
Najpierw mi pierdoli, że mam se sama robić. I
A
sama
ja ci-
mam se to
Ale
zrobić.
ja ci mówiłem, że tak
wszystko.
będzie. Ja ci mówiłem, że tak będzie.
Ona jest jakaś, nie wiem, kurwiła mnie. Ja pierdolę. Ty się potem kurwa dziwisz, że mnie biorą za jakąś, że gówno umiem. No. Ona mnie wkurwiła. Se sama kurwa, nie chce sama ten biszkot pierdoli.
May the militia have your head for this.
Ja se sama upiekł. Kurwia mnie takie
Everything
coś.
we've seen and done.
Jezu.
What an awful way to end things between us. But what choice do I have?
A co ona chciała
Już kurde,
zrobić?
nie
A
mamy-
co ona chciała zrobić, że
Where I
biszkop
belong.
zrobiła?
To prepare for the end.
No kurwa, ona mi biszkop zrobiła. Ja tego kurwa nie chciałam, bo ja sobie chciałam to sama zrobić. A chłopiec kreta nie jest jasny. Kurwa mać. Już to na starcie spierdoliła. A daj spokój. Kurwa, masakra jakaś.
Gdzie ty poszłaś teraz, bo ty jesteś gdzieś ten. Poszłaś się aż przejść z tych nerwów.
But I refuse to be part of this.
Nie, poszłam kupić kurwa mąkę, jajca,
A,
bo kurwa już nie ma. Już to tak wkurwia. Ojej. Kurwa.
Go now on Helia's wings.
że z nią kurwa
Gods have
specjalnie pieniądze tracę.
No.
Kurwa mać. Nie jebie. Jak mnie ta dziewka, ta baba wkurwia. Niech się nie wpierdala. To ja miałam robić, kurwa.
No miałaś, no cały czas gada, że będziesz ten, że nie będzie skakać, że będziesz sama.
Tak nie będzie skakać, że zaskakała, kurwa. Mnie to wkurwia.
A no,
Daj mi chwilę, bo jestem przy sklepie.
okej. Jezus. Dzwoni ja. No, muszę sobie sam radzić chyba. To czy zginiesz czy nie? Dobra, mam unię ten.
I'm with you! What was that? Found you!
A ja. Tylko gdzie teraz iść? Nie wiem, jak iść. Zacznijmy od tego, że muszę widzieć, gdzie iść.
What was found you?
We'll show them!
Ale no, jak będą mnie bić, to na pewno daleko nie zajdę.
Is someone there?
co to tu zabijać, bo sensu nie ma.
Hey, if you're with the Steel Garrote, hightail it out of here now.
Yeah.
I heard some. Ah! I'm with you!
May Wodika take you. Wodika demands your submission. Stand against her and fall. There you are.
So, and now... Ah.
What a shame it has to end, but...
Mhm.
Queen among queens! Send me your aid! Ethic worth and wrong!
Ja pierdolę. Kurde. To szmaciura w ogóle.
Again, Wonica! Help me! One last time! Worth and wrong!
Serio? Tremendo. Dobra, mamy to. Kurde, jak ona upierdliwa. No patrz.
Wonica! Where are you? No! Don't abandon me now!
Jezu, to upierdliwa jest w ogóle ta latka. Kurwa to serio. A ten finał to wezna jakiś kurwa. Ja pierdzielę. Wiesz, ważne. Siema, siema. To jest oddzielająca gra, jaki to hardcore jest. Ile eliksirów na to zużyłem teraz w ogóle. Czy to koniec? Czy jeszcze coś jest?
Silence falls over
O!
Paradise, as though the city is holding its breath.
Ukończ grę na dowolnym poziomie trudności, czyli to koniec jest. A to jednak dałem radę. Ale to kurde, to ostatnie to mi eliksirów zerało, bo ona miała 4 chyba fazy, kurde.
There is an absence in your thoughts where Sapadal dwelled. Once,
the god of the living lands would have flinched at this rare moment of
O Boże.
tranquility. Instead, they are one with the silence.
Kończyłem to, ja
Endearing forces
pierdyle.
assemble around you, ready to accept new orders. Whatever happens
Myślałem, że mi podków
their
nie
loyalty
starczy.
is yours. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The dream scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the origin of the plague has been destroyed, put out of its misery, and leave it at that. The living lands is now a
Jaki
colony
długi
of
ten
the
dialog.
empire, and you are its
Ile
king.
tego czytania, patrzcie
The
to.
ascendant steel garrote demands
Patrzcie
you
teraz na
rule
pół
with a
ekranu
strong
jest
fist,
ten, kurde,
and you oblige them.
opis.
Under your leadership, all worship of the gods is outlawed, save for worship of Wodaka. You replace the settlement's leaders with loyal captains from the Steel Garrote, and your followers work tirelessly to
Patrzcie, ile tego
tame
jest.
the frontier. Though you promise them an age of order and
Jasny
discipline
gwint.
just over the horizon, peace forever feels just out of reach. You find yourself looking over your shoulder. You wait for a knife in the back. The rebels of Paradise come to learn that resistance is futile. After the assassin Egwolf died in custody, many of his worst fears about the Empire are confirmed. Some of his people splinter off, while others abandon the fight entirely. Their alliance is never the same. The refugees of Emerald Stair find a cold welcome in the city of Paradise. Animancy is frowned upon, but their knowledge of agriculture is highly valued. The first bountiful harvest improves relations. The ashes of Fior Messiverno continue to smolder. Scavengers avoid the ruins, fearful of spirits unleashed by animancy gone awry. The once promising city is nothing but a cautionary tale. The people of Shatterscarp find themselves caught between two sides, with Adirans keeping rule over the colony, and Dream Thralls still stalking the hills. Despite the steady flow of Adiran goods, some Thirdborners leave the city, trusting their chances with monsters more than those with an empire. The ones who remain watch with wariness and patience, waiting to see if Adir might let down its guard. For a brief but hopeful moment, Solace Keep opens the fortress doors to the new rulers of the living lands, allowing Adirans to come and go as they please. But the peace does not hold. Lacking patience for the Empire's unyielding demands, Mihala shuts the doors once again, issuing a warning. Those who trespass in Solace Keep will not leave alive. The Adirans waste no time gathering their forces, for an example must be made. As the din of battle fades and the dust settles in Paradise, Kai finds himself alone again. He longs to enjoy the camaraderie that follows a skirmish, but something is missing. The songs ring hollow in his chest, and the drink lands dry in his throat. He packs what little he has and makes for the coast. He doesn't know where he will go, only that his time in the living lands is through. There was a lifeline here, but he never quite grasped it. He will drift. With his travels alongside the envoy complete, Marius is left directionless once again. Rather than disappearing into his cups, however, Marius leans on his time among his companions to give him the strength to re-enter society and find comfort in civilization. He establishes a route between Paradise and Thirdborn, guiding travelers between the two in return for money and supplies. And while he has a reputation for being aloof, he joins the campfires from time to time, sharing stories of his time with the envoy that most travelers believe are completely made up. Giada learned much in your time together. How to stand up to authority, how to face the unknown, and how to move on from the past. But her family's unfinished
Boże, ale
work weighs
długie
heavily on her soul.
zakończenie
Her inheritance is the burden of achieving the
Te napisy
impossible.
końcowe.
Such is the life of an animancer. At least now she has the right tools for the job, and new friends to help her through hard times. No longer under the threat of imminent death, Yardsley returns to the Animancers. Reunited with her beloved Quilici, she helps him and the Animancers as they put their lives together after the attack on Fior Messiverno. Eventually, she even has something nice to say to Vidaro. As the days pass in contentment and relative peace, Yardsley is struck by the persistent feeling that something is missing. Though she still devotes herself to her studies of both the arcane and the godless, the restlessness never goes away. Alone in your thoughts, you feel endless opportunities stretching out before you. This is the freedom Sapadol never had. You promise to cherish it. An eerie quiet pulls you out of reverie.
Pierdyle.
Your enemies are vanquished, and you alone stand triumphant. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
No, kończ. Nie no, tak szybko to nie, może razy 8. Po raz 4 zostawiam. Koniec. Gry. Zrobiona. No. Zrobiony Avowed. A, wywaliło mnie do menu głównego, dobra. No. To tyle. Można napisać, że jest zakończona i koniec gry. I tak właśnie chciałem. I teraz zostało tylko Kingdom. Asasyna możemy robić z czystym sumieniem, jak wyjdzie. O Jezu. Dobra. Koniec. Tyk. Już. No okej. Dobra, czyli możemy robić asasyna na razie, czyli został tylko Kingdom, a Kingdom się będzie ciągnął, więc... No, Avowed skończony. O to mi właśnie chodziło dzisiaj. Jak... O to mi właśnie dzisiaj chodziło. Gra skończona 2 godziny, 2 godziny gry i skończona gra. Dobra, to ja spadam. W takim razie spadam i... I mogę uznać grę za skończoną. Kolejna na kanale skończona. I tak się powinno to robić. Dobra, trzymajcie się. Bye bye. Do następnego.